Now, I've listened. I do listen to you guys. And, you're right. The Hunter-Killer never did go anywhere. Now, it did get reworked and whatever you want to call it, revamped or whatever the word is. And yes, it does have to stack. And yes, the stacks disappear immediately as soon as you lose that bonus armor. However, you can keep that sucker up for ages. And it still works. So yes, the Hunter-Killer is back and in full swing. I had a lot of fun with this build. Now, just remember, you do have to unlock the Hunter-Killer. So hunt down and eliminate all of those Warlords of New York hunters. Open up that off-white chest in the Haven settlement, and you'll get this chest piece. But besides that, here we go. It's a really fun build. And go. What's going on, YouTube? Kamikazevondoom here with another Division 2 build video. Now, shout out to the DoD Disciples of Doom. And in today's Division 2 build video, I am bringing back the Hunter-Killer chess piece. I put this thing on the shelf as soon as they reworked the talent. I was like, nah, playa, I'm not gonna use that when it's, you know, stacking up and all that crap. Like, I was using that in PvP and having a blast because you would get it instantly. But then you would have to wait for the bonus armor, then you'd have to wait for the stacks, blah, blah, blah. And it was just too much for me. I was like, you know what? I'd rather run, I don't know, Spotter or some crap. Anyways, but a lot of you in the comments over the last couple months were like, nah, man, Kami, it still works, bro. Yo, use it with Heartbreaker. Yo, use it with the Memento. Yo, use it with both. It still works, I promise. And I kept getting these comments over and over like, yo, you should try it. Don't knock it. And finally, I tried it. And yes, it works. It's really nice, actually. So what we're going to do is we're going to jump into the gameplay. I'm going to show you how, you know, this build synergy works. It's a lot of fun. And then we will do the build breakdown and get you out of here. So I hope you guys enjoy your weekend and have some fun out there. I'm trying not to make this build video too long, so let's go ahead and jump into the gameplay. But obviously I have to do my spiel, so sit back, relax, grab that popcorn. Don't forget to hit that like, subscribe if you haven't already, and let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Any requests on any other kind of builds, things like that, I am open ears. But without further ado, here is testing out my Heartbreaker build for the Golden Bullet, featuring the Hunter-Killer chess piece. So enjoy. And here's my normal PvE test that I do for, I think, like all my builds nowadays for PvE. It's just testing in Lincoln Memorial on Heroic. Just run through it. I know the mission well, just like everyone else in the community. And if I can get, you know, certain times and certain windows, I'm like, okay, this is a great build to run. This is a not so strong build to run. So I kind of base it off of those times. Because believe it or not, I could run this, you know, I don't know, a handful of times within an hour. And I already know how to tweak the build and things like that. And then you just, you know, plug and play. Do it wherever you want. But you can already see the Intimidate stacks are maxed this entire time. The Intimidate stacks aren't going anywhere. It's pretty damn amazing. And look at the armor bars. Ridiculous. These armor bars. I mean, I don't know. I was sleeping on it, but I'm not anymore. I woke up. Get him! Die! But look at that. And I still have... Look at the armor bar. It's ridiculous, dude. And I have Intimidate the whole time. I mean, Hunter-Killer's back, baby. This is good. Alright. Oop, forgot to reload. There we go. Now, I'm using the scanner pulse just in case. That way, when I use the apartment, I'm able to gain the stats as well. There we go. Yo, I got that heavy, and he went down with the quickness, man. That was a random heavy to have, too. All right. Get Get these elites. Oh, I'm gonna have another heavy too. Dang, dude. All right, full stacks. Jump up here. I know they're gonna shoot me a little bit. There we go. All right. But this is a great mission to gauge where your build's at, because if you can do this solo, it's just going to get better from there. I mean, the sky's the limit. So we try to make these, these builds for you, the community, that not only you can use by yourself, you can use with your friends, you can share with each other. It's for everyone. It's a great one to run too. And as far as my weapon of choice, I chose the apartment for this one.
Can't be all of them. Check the interior.
Ah! Sorry, I was I got sidetracked. I heard rogue agent, and I was like, all right, let me stop talking. And now I have two rogues. They're just sitting next to each other. All right. This other guy's just throwing skills out the wazoo. Try to get this guy with a grenade. But anyways, I chose the apartment just because it's a really fun SMG to use, and I haven't used it in a while, so I decided to bring it back out. I've only upgraded a few times, so you can make it hit a lot harder if you want, especially if your expertise levels are up. There was one rogue agent down with the quickness. Very easy. And here we go again. Ah! Nice. There we go. Got it. All right.
Rogue agent
Not
eliminated.
too shabby. Got the apartment and the rock and roll.
The truce has turned the memorial into a...
Now you use the rock and roll or the ACS-12 to get the stacks up pretty much instantly. You can see right there I'm already at max stacks. I'll go ahead and just kill those guys. All right, there we go. And then you can see the intimidate stacks go right up because I have bonus armor this whole time. Nice, dude. I like how you can kill that that boss with one magazine. Usually he's a twofer, but getting him with one magazine is really nice. Oh, I didn't shock myself. Hey, let's go. All right. It's a pretty good run so far. Nice. Oop. And we're out.
Go on and head
Nice.
back up.
Yeah, this is a good one. I like this build. It's solid. The RPMs you get from the apartment are really nice. Some nice DPS burst damage.
I can't tell you how relieved I am.
All right, let's see what we did on the time, though.
Thank you.
Look at all these drops, man.
Today,
This is
we
fun.
dealt a great
This is
blow to
hilarious.
Truce's
Look at all these
infrastructure.
stacks.
We confiscated
Then
a
the
massive
Intimidate goes
cache of
right back
chemical
up.
weapons and eliminated the
I mean, it's not
stronghold
bad.
behind
I
us.
enjoy it.
You should be proud.
You guys
Saved a
were
lot of
right.
lives today.
Intimidate is not gone. And the time? 8:01. Let's go. Let's go. All right. A lot of you are like, yo, Kami, you guys use the same missions over and over and over and over and over. Yeah, I know. Okay. I get it. I use that mission because it's nice. It's quick. It's simple. It's easy for me to gauge whether the build's good or not. Because if I can survive that heroic just running with my head cut off, it's a good build even for the casual player. Because I know a majority of you guys don't run around with your head cut off. But
We need to find out what
for
happened to
the sake
team
of
that was trying
argument,
to
let's
repair the
try
main
out
shade
Federal
room.
Emergency Bunker.
The federal shelter should be beneath your current position.
Boo-doo-boo.
Find a way down there, but
Boo,
proceed with
boo.
caution.
And then this is on heroic as well. Max stacks, and I have intimidate. Oh. Not if they take my bonus armor away. Remember, when your bonus armor leaves, you lose that proc immediately. It's not like a timer or anything like that. It's gone immediately. You have to have that bonus armor. I'm just hearing knives. Just whoop, 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 whoop. Oh, they're about to take away my bonus armor. Oh, there we go. Woo. Saved it. Saved it. And got him. All right, keep it going. Easy peasy. All right, all right. I'm not going to show you all of that gameplay. Like I said, I want to keep this video nice and short. It's the weekend. Let's enjoy our families. Anyways, here's your build breakdown. Like you saw, I just did heroic. Both of those missions. Hey, look, Rabbit's here. Hey, what's up, Rabbit? How you doing?
Great dealing with you.
All right. And here is your build breakdown. So I am using the Heartbreaker gear set with the Hunter Killer chest piece for the Perfect Intimidate and the Memento backpack. So with this combination, you get the bonus armor not only from the Heartbreaker, but you also get the bonus armor from the Memento as well. And then, of course, with the Perfect Intimidate, you are getting all of that extra weapon damage, and it's all the stacks. So you're able to get the 40 stacks of Perfect Intimidate like you were before. Now, remember, Perfect Intimidate and Intimidate were both amplified damage. So just remember that you're getting a nice damage increase, but you have to keep that bonus armor. If you lose that bonus armor, the proc is gone. It doesn't stay there, not even for a second. At least with the Heartbreaker, you'll see the stacks will slowly like time away, where this Perfect Intimidate, once you lose your bonus armor, it's gone. So you could run into, you know, a squad of, I don't know, 6 enemies. And as you're shooting them, yeah, the first 2 might go down instantly, but the other 4 enemies are shooting you. And as soon as that bonus armor is gone, all of that extra damage is gone as well. So just remember that. You do have to keep the bonus armor active. But as long as you're getting those kills and you're picking up your trophies with the Memento backpack, you're getting all of that extra bonus armor. Now, it's 10% per blue core attribute. So I have 4 blue core attributes on this build. So every time I'm picking up that Memento trophy, I'm getting 40% bonus armor every single time. Every time. So if there's 10 trophies there, I'm picking all of them up. And guess what? I'm getting all of them. And your armor bar looks like it's like glitched out. And that's why whenever I'm doing these missions and things like that, I'll note in the, in the clip or the video or whatever as I'm playing, I'm like, yo, look at the armor bar. It's ridiculous, because I wait and I pick up all those trophies at once, and then I'm getting all of those bonuses together with the long-term bonuses. So it's crazy. I really do enjoy the Memento, and I understand that a lot of you new and returning players might not have this backpack yet. I would stress that it is a perfect backpack to have in your arsenal to use. So you need to farm this backpack. It is worth it. I swear to you, it's worth it. If it takes you an hour of farming, or if it takes you 8 hours of farming, it is worth it. I promise. And just remember, if you have people in your squad that have all had the Memento, they could all farm backpacks with you and then just drop it if it's, any of them. And yeah, don't get too upset when you get the Acosta Go bag instead. I remember farming this on like PlayStation or PC, and I got the Acosta Go bag to drop like 4 times in Countdown. And I was like, what is going on? It's not dropping. And then sure enough, it ended up dropping. It just took a while. So remember, RNGesus for everyone is a sandwich. Anyways, going back to the build, starting with the specialization. I'm using the Technician specialization. Reason being is I threw that linked laser pointer on my rock and roll. Now, you do not have to use the rock and roll. You could also use a ACS-12. The only real reason is because it's a very fast shooting shotgun, and each of those pellets will help give a stack of Heartbreaker to your character. So shooting, even just 15 rounds out of this rock and roll, as long as I'm shooting an enemy while they're pulsed, I get my Heartbreaker gear set stacks maxed out immediately, and then I can switch back to the apartment and just have fun the remainder of the entire engagement. Because as soon as you get the Heartbreaker stacks all the way up, you don't have to worry about it. And then you can just worry about getting those kills and picking up those trophies from the Memento backpack, and you're good to go. I mean, like, for real though, this build is a lot of fun. It really is. I kind of want to like switch weapons around and see how fun I can make this build, because I'm really enjoying it, because you get the bonus armor from the Heartbreaker and the Memento, but you're also getting weapon damage from the Heartbreaker and the Memento. Not only that, but if you're using the Technician, you have another skill tier to go with your Memento skill tier. And then you have pretty decent skills because you also get all of that skill efficiency from the Memento as well. It's just a very well-rounded build. I like it. Now, I might want to try it with some other weapons later, but this was just like my first combination in my head. I was like, let's do the apartment. I like the apartment. And it was a lot of fun. I truly admit. I really dig it. Now, as far as getting the rock and roll or the apartment, these are both PvP exclusive named items. However, I know I say that and like 90% of you are like, nope, forget it. I'm not using this weapon. Nope, screw it. Let's go back to the Kingbreaker. Well, you can get both of these weapons from named item caches, both of them. So even if you're farming the GE event, you can buy named item caches from there. Even if you're farming Countdown, you can buy even more named item caches from there. I would recommend doing the global event just because it takes 8 stars per named item. So you can get those really quick, and then all of a sudden you can have all the named items you want. And that's how a lot of people are getting these PvP exclusive named items, is not even from PvPing. They don't go into conflict. They don't go into the dark zone. What they do is they farm those named item caches, and then they get them, for just doing that. Anyways, so the rock and roll, we're using this for the high RPMs and to get those stacks of Heartbreaker. Now, to do so instantly, you can use the linked laser pointer. You get that from the Technician Specialization. Or if you don't want to use that specialization, you can just shoot them in the head. You can get stacks that way too. And then I am using the apartment for my primary. It's just under 100k for the total damage. It is only expertise level 2, so I think if I, upgraded it just to level 3, I should be able to get it over 100k. This one's God rolled, max SMG damage, damage targets out of cover, crit chance, and it comes with perfectly measured. It's the only weapon in the game that has perfectly measured. So the top half of the magazine gives me an increase of rate of fire, but a decrease in weapon damage. But that bottom half decreases that rate of fire and then increases the weapon damage even further. So I get 33% increase of total weapon damage in the bottom of the half of that magazine, and by that time, I have the Heartbreaker stacks, the Memento stacks. It's just going crazy. The Intimidate stacks. The apartment's doing some work. I'm at, 1.5 million armor? And even in that gameplay, I hit, I believe, 1.2 million with one bullet of my apartment. And obviously, that was at the bottom half of the magazine, so I got all of the buffs active at once, and it was just melting. I like it. I do not often kill those bosses, those named enemies, at the end of that heroic mission with one magazine with an SMG, but that one took the cake. And I think it was because of the perfectly measured, because by the time I was in the bottom half of that magazine, that named boss was just shredded. All right, now let's look at the build. So for blue core attributes, I have 4, technically. 1 from the Memento, and then 3 from my other pieces. I'm running 3 reds, technically. I have 2 here on the holster and knee pads, and then 1 from the Memento as well. And then, of course, I have 1 yellow core attribute, technically 2. I have 2 skill tiers, 1 from the Memento again, and then 1 from the Technician Specialization. So then my skills are tier 2. Okay, now let's deep dive. Starting with Heartbreaker. So the Heartbreaker gear set bonuses that I'm using for this build. 15% AR damage? Nope. LMG damage? Nope. Weapon handling? Yes, I am using the weapon handling. That helps with the accuracy, stability, reload speed, swap speed, all of that. And it helps out a lot, especially with those shotguns. If you're shooting them from far away, it helps, make the pellets, hit a little bit closer with that accuracy. And it's just nice to use. But I am not using the AR or LMG. I get it. But it still wrecks house. Now for the Heartbreaker talent, it's called Heart Stopper. So headshots will apply a pulse, and any weapon hits on pulsed enemies will add a stack of bonus armor and damage to those pulsed enemies. Max stacks of 50. So with my stacks up, I get 50% bonus armor and 50% damage towards those enemies. And then, of course, I lose stacks over time, like I was saying, that, the perfect Intimidate, as soon as you lose bonus armor, it's gone immediately, where the Heartbreaker, you could get all that bonus armor and then lose all that bonus armor, but you'll still have your Heartbreaker stacks of damage, but because you lost that bonus armor, you can't get it back until those stacks deplete, and then you get them back. Anyways, here is the holster. Max armor for the core, crit chance, and crit hit damage. That was the mask. My bad. Now the holster. Max weapon damage and crit hit damage. Knee pads. Max weapon damage and crit hit. And then the gloves. Max armor, max crit hit damage. Now you need to have the 4 pieces to unlock that talent. And then what I do is I usually stick with the mask, gloves, knee pads, and holster. That way I could use, outside of the gear set for the backpack and chest piece. That way I could utilize different talents and kind of mix and match a good, combination for my playstyle, which this is Perfect Intimidate and the Memento. Mwah, chef's kiss. Now, starting with the chest piece, Hunter Killer. I already told you how to get it in the beginning of this video. If you weren't listening, you have to hunt down and eliminate all of the Year 2 hunters, open up the off-white box in the Haven settlement, and then you will get this. And then not only that, but once you unlock it, Cassie will sell it every week. Now, this is the named Golden Gear chest piece with Perfect Intimidate. Now, here is the rework, this talent. While you have bonus armor, and that is key, that's why we're using Heartbreaker and the Memento, you will gain 1 stack each second to a max of 8. Now, each stack will give you weapon damage of 5% to all enemies within 10 meters. And then the stacks are lost when you have no bonus armor. It's immediately lost. It's crazy. And you'll see the damage drop off immediately. It's yeesh. Now, for this one, max armor, crit hit damage and chance with a max crit hit damage mod. Now, it is Golden Gear, so we do get status effects, but we're not really using that too much. And then finally, the creme de la creme, the icing on top, is the Memento. So we get 3 core attributes from the Memento. I have a max crit hit damage mod on there, and then, of course, that talent kill confirmed. You get a short-term buff and long-term buff. Now, when you have all of it active, for the long-term buff, you get 30% weapon damage, 30% skill efficiency, and 3% armor regen. Now, as long as you get a kill and pick up a trophy once every 5 minutes, you get to keep that buff forever. Now, for the short-term buffs, every time I pick up a trophy, I get 15% weapon damage, 40% bonus armor, and 5% skill efficiency. There's the build. It's a lot of fun, and you will have to farm to get these pieces. I do understand that, but it's worth it. Trust me, it is worth the farm. Make sure you have a rock and roll or ACS 12 as your secondary. Use the apartment or, I guess whatever you want for the primary. I like using the apartment. It's a lot of fun. And then, of course, the Memento, the Hunter Killer, and then 4 pieces of Heartbreaker. Now, for the skills, you can use whatever you want. It truly does not matter because you have the linked laser pointer on your shotgun, so you don't have to use a scanner pulse or anything. You can use whatever skills you want, so that's up to you. Dealer's choice. And then same with the sidearm. You don't have to use the backup boomstick like I do. You can use whatever you want. I mean, I'm not even really using it. It's just there for safekeeping. And then the stats. So this is the last part of the video. So I hope you've enjoyed it. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, what the Anyways, the apartment, 99.3k for the weapon damage, but obviously if you have higher expertise levels and you upgrade this, it could just get even higher. You could probably get it to, 115k, I believe, at max, maybe even 120. Well, we'll see. Now, for crit chance, I'm at 48. I wanted to be around 50, so 48 was fine. And then I chose to put everything else into crit hit damage, which is at 139%. Now, don't forget about the damage targets at a cover, the memento stacks of weapon damage, the perfect intimidate increased weapon damage, and the heartbreaker increased weapon damage. I'm getting a lot of MFN weapon damage. Now, looking at the offensive tab, I'm at 57% all weapon damage bonus and 30% SMG damage bonus. So every time I'm using the apartment, I'm starting off at 87% damage bonus total. Gear talents, obviously, kill confirm from the memento, perfect intimidate from the chest piece, and then, of course, Heartstopper from the Heartbreaker gear set. Defensive tab, 1.5 million armor. I'm just under it, actually, 1.497. 338k for the health, and 10% for the explosive and hazard. That's due to my watch level. So here we are. My disclaimer for each of my build videos: I am watch level 3618. That means all these boxes are maxed out 50 of 50. My character is min-maxed. So if you are at or above shade level 1000, your character is also min-maxed. So all you have to do is copy and paste my build. You'll get the exact same numbers and results. However, if you are below shade level 1000, some of these boxes will not be maxed out. Therefore, your character is not min-maxed. So if you copy and paste my build, some of your numbers might be lower. It's okay. Don't freak out. It's still a really fun build to use. Just know that to get your character min-maxed and have all these boxes maxed out, you have to reach shade level 1000. Once you do that, you're good to go. The only thing that changes after that is your health. So, yeah, the more you know, right? It's not a requirement to hit shade level 1000. It's just my recommendation. That way you get the most out of your build. And that is it, everyone. This is my Heartbreaker Golden Bullet build. And I'm bringing back the Hunter Killer chest piece. A lot of fun to use. A lot of fun. So I hope you enjoyed it. If you found this video helpful or informative in any way, shape, or form, please hit that thumbs up. Oof, running out of breath. And make sure you subscribe for more content. I do post Division content every day, a little bit lower on the weekends just because I'm hanging out with the family, just like you should. Go outside, touch some grass, look at the clouds. I don't know. But yeah, ring that notification bell. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. Any requests for any other build videos, I am all ears. I will see you guys in the next one. Kamikazevondoom here. Take care, everyone. Peace.